Another website that I use, which is free, that teachers or students can use to create an animated PowerPoint presentation is called Powtoon. It's POWTOON.com. And first I'll start with an introduction video.
Hello Powtoonists, and welcome to our first video of how to use Powtoon. Let's start with the basic features. This is the stage, the menu panel, the library, as you can see here, with a lot of objects, the timeline, and the slide panel. The slide panel is very similar to other presentation software that you may know. You can add slides here and delete slides, and later on you can play your movie from here. Let's start right away with creating a scene. I will take Mr. Pow here, and let's say I want him to have one of these backgrounds. I will choose the yellow one. Now, as you can see, when an object is selected on stage, you have a duration bar here that shows you on which second it enters the stage and on which second it exits the stage. So let's say Mr. Pow exits the stage in second 4. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now I can also see that he has enter and exit effects. I can click here and choose a different effect. Let's say I want him to fade in. And instead I want him to go out to the bottom, but with a hand effect. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now, let's say that I want Mr. Pow to have an idea. So what I need to do is to make him change this pose to a different pose. So instead of this exit effect, I will give it a non-effect. So as you can see, on second 4 it disappears. While instead I will give him a different pose. I will click this one, put it here. I will go back to second 4 and I can see them both. So I can kind of match these two together. That's about it. Let's see how it works. Now the second one has the entrance effect. So I will also change it to no effect. And it works pretty well. Now another thing that I want to show is that a bulb appears at this very moment. So I will put a bulb here. Actually, the bulb appears just a bit later with a pop effect. And I want him to say something, so I will use one of the text effects. Let's take this one. I'll put it here, double click it, and this is the mid layer where I can edit text. I will type what he has to say. That's it. And I will press apply. I can also use this text menu to keep editing the text effect. I will make it a bit bigger, even like this. Put it around here. And let's see what we have.
So as you can see, it is pretty easy to create a animated PowerPoint present using Powtoons. When you click on and you log in, it is a free app or website. You can either use the edit a ready-made Powtoon or start from scratch, and there's quite a few to choose from. So I thought that one that I have used in my classroom is the book report, and you can click on edit and it brings it up. And then you can start just editing in there as far as, okay, the book title is, if you want to put in your book title, you could put the kid that ran for president, and you can move it around. like so. Make it bigger. And maybe change the font. Oh. Change the font a little bit, make it smaller so that's not as big in there. And so you get the idea, and go through and create a PowerPoint, and then you can play it. It's easy to add sound to your presentation. You can record sound. You can also add your sound, or you can add, there's different music that you can select. You can adjust how long you want the slide. So if you want the slide for 10 seconds part, you could add time to your slide. As it was talked about in the informational video, there's also different text effects, there's image holders, there's characters that you can add to your slides, there's shapes, transitions, backgrounds. So just really fun things for your kids and your students to do, more creative than I feel a PowerPoint presentation is. This is useful for both teachers and students to use to make different presentations. The technology that is used, or the ISTE standards that are covered, are ISTE S3C, that students use technology to ask information through a variety of sources and media, and ISTE T1A, facilitating and inspiring learning through creativity and innovative thinking with the use of technology. I hope that you enjoyed this piece of technology and will be useful for you in your classroom.